Hi, I'm Martin McGrath from Financial Edge Group. I'm both an accountant and a financial planner that specialises in investment and retirement strategies. Today I want to talk to you about your investment property debt. Congratulations, we've got an investment property. It might be our first, second, third. We've got one. What's the best way to manage that? Because I've seen people do it the wrong way. I feel like there's some strategies we can really do to get ahead to make a big difference in our life. So I want to give you a few of my tips and tricks around that. One, it's important to remember that this debt is what's called good debt. It's debt that we can claim the interest on back on our tax. Because we've used it to buy an investment property, it's tax deductible. It's important to remember that because that might be different to other debt we've got. If we've got credit card debt or home loan debt, that's not tax deductible. So to remember that as a starting point, this is good debt versus bad debt. Because of that, I usually advise people, if they can, to pay interest only. Only pay the interest off their good debt. Means the loan won't go down, but the extra bit of capital you were meant to pay, the extra $500 or $1,000 a month that you were meant to pay, ideally pay that off your bad debt because that's saving you interest against your bad debt versus your good debt, if that makes sense. I was having a chat with clients the other day. We figured out that they could change their investment property from principal and interest to interest only, and it will reduce their payment by about $1,500 a month. So over 12 months, that was $18,000. So where do we want that $18,000 to sit? We want that to sit against their bad debt. Their personal home loan, they had about 10 years to go on that. By chucking an extra $18,000 a year in that, they paid it off in about half the time. So that home loan of bad debt was paid off 5 years earlier. Massive difference. What we then do after 5 years is we get that $1,500 back plus the extra they were normally paying off their home loan. And maybe their life might change, maybe they can work less, maybe they can spend more, but otherwise they can bind both of those repayments now and start knocking off their good debt. At the end of the day, the debt's still going down, it's heading in the right direction, but what we're doing is we're maximizing the tax efficiency of that debt to leave the good debt that's tax deductible as high as possible for as long as possible while reducing that bad debt. Hopefully that makes sense. Massive difference in their life, really opened up their eyes and said, we need to be doing this. Made the change, and they're confident that they're going to pay off that home loan much faster. Importantly, in all of that, because of what I just said, it's important to have an exit plan. We're buying this investment property, it's coming with a lot of debt. How and when are we going to pay it off? Are we going to hold it forever? And are we going to make enough repayments between now and retirement to clear that debt? Some people can. There's enough money coming in, there's enough rental coming in, all that kind of stuff, they can clear their debt, but not always. Maybe do we hold it and know that we're just going to sell this property before retirement or upon retirement and therefore hopefully sell it, clear the debt, walk away with an extra $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. There might be some tax to pay. I've got some videos to figure out how to reduce that tax or plan for that tax, so check them out. But otherwise, clear the debt that way. Ideally, we don't want to be carrying too much debt into retirement, but investment property is a great way to diversify, create some wealth, but importantly, anything we're going into, we want to know how, when we're getting out of it. When are we getting this rid of that debt? And things might change along the way, but important to have a plan for that. So we don't want to pay interest only forever, but it might make sense to at the start to do that to eliminate some other debt. And then once we start paying that off, how long will it take till that debt's gone? Hopefully that helps, makes sense. You can clearly see there's some strategy in there that achieve some more efficient ways to manage your debt and structure your debt and get some tax savings. If you've got any specific questions, feel free to reach out. More than happy to have a chat.